Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I just want to go ahead and make this video for some of you that showed interest in this 747 I showed on my video yesterday. This is the American Series 747. It is the one and only I've ever seen, and I ran across this on eBay probably a couple months ago. And just listen to this shackle pop. That is so strong. And I'll show you a comparison. This is the 748. I mean, it's still strong, but it's not near as strong as this one. I mean, it's just if you compare the weight, this one's definitely heavier. It's this is a stainless steel. I'm pretty sure this one is, but I'm not 100%. This one has been hanging on my wall out of the box, probably 2 months, 2.5 months. Not much longer than this one. And the other day I just noticed tiny little rust pits on the shackle. I mean, but that's it, not on the body. So I think the body is stainless steel, but I don't know, they don't look the same. But as far as comparing them, this one feels like it's much better built. It's definitely got a different design all around. I mean, the core retainer is different, and it's just the core itself is different. As you can see, there are some anti-drill rods put directly in the plug on the 747. And it's just, I don't know, much beefier lock. I mean, they're pretty close, but this one's definitely beefier. If you have them in your hands, you can definitely tell the difference. So I just wanted to go ahead and tear this guy apart for y'all, and show you a little bit more of it other than just the outside. When I first bought it, it did not have a key, so I did have to pick it open and rekey it. So and just something I learned when I got this, when it had no key, I thought when I first looked at it, it looks like your standard American keyway, right? But I have American 6-pin blanks, right? This is a 6-pin blank, and it does not fit. And I figured out why. And if any of y'all don't know why, I'll show you why. But here's the funny thing. You take a 1100, and here's the key for this one, right? That does fit here. And here's standard. Looks the same, right? And that key from that 747 will fit in the 1100. But you take the 1100 key, the one that fits here, it will not fit in here. And the reason is, if you look at that piece of warding on the right hand side, it's a very slight difference on the 747, and the case is the same on the 748, the one I'm giving away. It's the exact same thing. That piece of warding on the right is slightly larger on the 747 and the 748. And that's why your standard American key for your standard American core will not fit in to the 747 or the 748 core. So it's just a little something I learned and I wanted to share with y'all. So if you get one of these and it doesn't have a key, but you have standard American blanks or standard American cut keys, they will not work at all. So what I had to do when I got this, I had 2 keys for this one, and I realized that those keys would work. So what I did, I just took 1 key from that lock and used it to rekey this lock, so I had a key. So now I have this one and this one that are keyed identically. But yeah, I just thought it was an interesting tidbit to share with y'all. And without further ado, let's open this guy up and show you what else it has to offer. So first thing you got to do is take this out, because if you look down the shackle hole, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. So you have to take the shackle out. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, there's a pin in there. Okay, once you take that out, you have to take that pin out. And I believe this was a pain in the butt. So I'm going to slap this on the table. So cover your ears if you have earbuds in or you're sensitive to loud sounds. I forget how I got that guy out. Well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and I'll start back up once I get it out. Okay, after plenty of beating and beating and beating, I finally got it out. A little rough. I think I'll try to file that down a little bit before I put it back in so it's not so tough the next time. But once you get that pin out of that hole, remove the grub screw, pull the pin, and then we can remove the shackle somehow. There we go. And then there's a spring, shackle spring. There you go. There's your shackle spring. And here's where I got stumped. As you can see, there is nothing down in there. And I scratched my head for a little bit the first time I did this, but I was like, how in the world do we get that plate out of there? And then finally I realized it must be another pin down, just a pin sitting down in a hole. So there we go. You knock that pin down far enough, and then it comes out of that, and there's your retainer. And as you can see, it's not your standard new age core, American core. It's the old version. So okay. And there you have it. And that's what your core looks like. So who was it? Oh, Bear's Back just did a video on these American cores the other day, and I also did one a little while back. I think it's video number 78 in my video library. I also did a video on these cores. So as you can see, there's a limiter pin right there and a limiter pin right there at the top. And what I had to do to rekey it was, once I had it picked, it's rotated over here to the side. You see the top one? Sorry about the glare. And then at that point, once you get it over here, you can get underneath of it. See how it comes through into the keyway? You can push it up from the bottom and then pull it the rest of the way out with some needle nose. But when I did that on this core, once I had it pushed out, and it was still tough to pull out with the needle nose, and I kind of boogered this one, the top. See how it's boogered up a bit? Come on, focus. Yeah, see how it's boogered up a bit? It's kind of mushroomed, and now it rubs on the back of that core. You can see that line on the core right there, and for that reason, it has made it very difficult to pick. It robs a lot of the feedback, so I have not been able to pick this since I rekeyed it, and that's the reason why I didn't pick it for this video. But yeah, there you have it. And 6-pin. But yeah, once I remove that, then I could rotate the pins all the way down here to the bottom and line them up with these holes. I dumped them out, and then I put the new ones in with the new key. And when they were flush, it was good to go. Rotated it back, put the pin back in, and she's good to go. So there you have it. There is your 747 American. I check the American locks regularly on eBay, and I have still yet to find one. So another one like it. So there's no telling how many there are out there. I would like to think not many. And I got a heck of a deal on this one. I don't think the guy really knew what he had, and I paid $45 for it. 45 bucks, along with 5 of these. So 5 of these, no key, and this, no key. And I just got lucky. And there you have it, folks. And if y'all would, I guess I'll show y'all the rest of my American collection, since they are my pride and joy. And that's all of them right there. Oh yeah, and then the empty spot is for my 747, obviously. All right, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed that. And if y'all have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. And thanks for checking it out. And if y'all like what y'all see, hit that subscribe button, and I'll try to put more up like it, or any suggestions y'all have. I'm open game for suggestions. So y'all have a wonderful week, and thank y'all.